Welcome back to Solutions for Financial Independence. Joining me now is John Halterman from Beacon Wealth Management. John, how are you today?
I am wonderful, Kyle. How about yourself?
Fantastic as well. Today we have a question from Larry from Morgantown who says, my family has around $5 million and we are currently unhappy with our financial advisor because we believe he just wants to sell us investments that benefit him and also is not concerned about our own comprehensive needs. So if they want to become a client of yours, what is that process?
Well, Larry, I tell you, I feel bad for you because I get it, man. I mean, our industry is notorious for being a sales industry, and I am so glad that the Department of Labor has a new fiduciary rule because I really believe that it's time for a big change. And, you know, the one thing Kyle just said is, process. The one thing I will say is we follow a very detailed, practical, multi-step process. And the very first step is we got to have a very good understanding. We call it a listening session where we invite you in, we sit down, we learn about the 8 dynamics that are going to affect your family the most. The second thing we're going to do after we have a clear understanding of everything is we're going to identify any gaps and challenges that you have that may be standing in the way of you accomplishing what you want to accomplish. The next thing is we're going to do the first part of your strategy, which is going to be your investment advisory and tax reduction planning. We're going to put together that part of the strategy and come to an agreement of whether that is something that you feel is of value to your family. The next step is we're going to get into a meeting that we talk about your family legacy and family protection because, as you mentioned, being comprehensive is a big deal. And then the next step we're going to go to is what we call a wealth summary meeting, to where we go back and we talk about all the things we did, why we did them, the steps we took, and then what type of progression that we need to monitor going forward.
Absolutely. So that's definitely a detailed process. And now that we know that process, what would their next step be?
Well, you can either call our office and actually speak to someone there. They will schedule you a listening session, or you can go on our website and we have a request where you can do the same thing. But either way, whatever's most convenient for you, it takes typically about a month to get you in that first meeting just because there's such a high demand for what we do, but we will definitely get you in as quickly as possible.
Awesome. Good to hear.
You're
well,
welcome.
Thank you for sharing that. And if you missed any of that, you can find the full information on our website, WDTV.com. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with much more news and weather after the break.